beautiful day. My goodness. We are under a wind warning though. So you be sure and lay low. We won't want you blowing away, okay? MJ? Just like his dad. They eat hay and then they lay down in it. Honey. All right, what are we looking at here? 66 degrees. Miss Ray and I just got back from Tractor Supply and we picked up some totes to start storing some Christmas decorations in, because right now they're just kind of laying around the garage and they're organized, but they are gonna get really dusty if we don't put them away. So we went and got some totes because they're on sale. Anyway, but I stopped. Goose, how, look, that bag blew out of the back of my side-by-side. It's blowing across the pasture and Goose mad at it. So we'll go get that here in a second. But here's what we need to do. We need to lay this red PEX. What was I saying? I was telling a story. I'm sure it was interesting. We need to lay this red PEX from where I stopped the water right there all the way to this back pasture, because before I move Lucy or Allie, before anybody can go in that pasture, we've got to at least bury the water line, because right now there's like a 2-foot trench in between the pastures and we don't want anybody breaking a leg or something like that. So that's what we're going to do first. But also I went to Lock Plumbing, Electric, Heating and Air, whatever, and I looked at the wire you guys have been telling me that I need to run. They're saying, I'm going to annotate it right here, this 2-gauge thing, they've got aluminum and it's actually got like 6 pieces in it, or 6 strands. I don't think we need all that. I think we need this right here. So that's actually what I'm gonna probably go get. I am gonna direct bury it. I'm not gonna worry about PVC. The only reason is if you were to run PVC from here to there that you wanted to like pull wire through, you'd have to do like a 2-inch PVC. Like it's not gonna, I think you'd have a pretty hard time pulling this wire. I'm not sure some of you guys understand. Pulling something 300 feet with bends in it is not gonna happen. So worst case scenario, if we ever have to dig this up or something like that, I'll probably just leave it and run a new line. So anyway, let me pull this red hose here and see what we're working with. Whew. I found it. I found it, Franklin. Franklin, I found it, brother. Fiona, that's the water line. Shoo. All right, listen. Trust me, that's 2 feet deep. And there was a trick I learned from the plumber that did, hang on. I'm gonna show you my heart rate right now. Which actually it's 124. And your max heart rate is 220 minus your age. So that's like 180. So I'm like 50 some beats off my max heart rate. Which is great, because I've been moving and shaking for like 45 minutes trying to find this and burying that. Well, let me backtrack. The water line comes to right here, runs straight to that spigot. But we've had a trench here for like the last month and we've needed to tap into this. Well, I couldn't leave it exposed because we had that frost coming. Now, I think it still froze because I only buried it like right there and then the trench opens up. So only about 10 feet off of this line was that even buried. So anyway, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, that rock right there, I had on top of that. So I knew when I was digging, I wouldn't stab through my water line. But if I did, I've got their parts to fix it. But regardless, now I need to go get the T that goes that way. I guess I need two T's because I got to go east and west. So let me run get those, and I got to dig a little bit more than I thought. But anyway, this is way under 2 feet. This is buried 2 feet deep. I know the camera doesn't look like it, but trust me, that's down there quite a bit. The camera flattens everything out. And remember, when you're watching me, the camera adds 10 pounds. And I've got 4 cameras on me. I've got one here, 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 and here. When you add a 5th camera, I look like this guy. Yeah, I'm not filming with 4 cameras. I'm just fluffy. I'm warm. I'm warm. I went to the last freeze. I was warm for your form. I'm good to go. Whew. Update time. So I've got a T running over to the 8 acres. This is the original blue line that runs to what we call the calf pin right now. And this is what's going to run to our garden area / garage, back of the house, whatever. So I've got them all teed off. They're push to connect fittings, which some people are indifferent about, but listen, these push connect fittings are a lifesaver, and they've been around for a number of years now. The only thing we can't do, because the soil is sandy and loamy, we don't want to just bury these as is. So I've got some tape that I used on every other junction around here, but I don't know that these don't leak yet. So what we need to do, and this is just here because I'm not ready to run my line that far yet, or ready to terminate it. I need to turn the ball valve on over there, and we should have water sticking out of the top of that, poking out, shooting out, whatever, the top of that red pipe here in a second. So let's turn that on. June came to help. Nellie came to help. Glory came to help. So let's turn this on. See right here? I've got that tape wrapped around that junction because that touches, I mean, it's saran wrapped, man. It's on there. I didn't worry about it throwing this one because I've got a meter box. So now it's on. So we shouldn't be any water coming out of anything right here, unless we flip that ball valve. Everything looks dry as a bone. Yep. We should have, obviously by now, water coming out over there. Sweet. For no more than the cost, I'm going to put a meter box in right there, just in case we ever have to mess with that or replace anything, because it's a very small price. I think it's like 40 bucks to put a meter box in right there. That way I've got all those junctions exposed, and we can make sure we never have any issues. So I also need to since I'm going to terminate that over there with a hydrant. I also need another hydrant because we're going to put one in there, we decided, and we're going to put another one somewhere else. Oh, over by the we're going to have a run along the pink pasture, along Ray's pasture. We're going to have a run along there, an alley. So we need to put a junction over there too. So, man, if you want to burn some calories, grab a shovel and a rake. My goodness. Man, boys and girls, what's the daggone temperature now? Hang on. 73 degrees. You think I'm kidding, son? Hope that was in focus. So we ran to the big box, and they had almost everything we needed. And they even had meter boxes, but I forgot to grab one because that's how I roll. We're still going to set this hydrant. Let me show you where. And we'll get the meter box for this right here tomorrow when you guys tell me which of those two screenshots is the wire I should get. I think it's the 6.2 UHFB direct burial something. I think that two gauge stuff, dude, I believe I ran that 2 gauge stuff when I wired the whole stinking cabin. I just don't see why I need that for this run for 3 little old water heaters. And I don't even know if I'll run 3. I mean, if I leave one of the gates open, I only have to run 2 water heaters. So I understand the voltage drop over 300 feet. I understand that's the reason, but I just don't see why I got to spend that much money. I just don't. Ain't gonna do it. All right. So we got, and notice the difference here. See, oh, you're a stealthy little stinker. You and your boy, you are. My goodness. I have no idea when they got there. I've been working on this and putting it together, and here's Belle. Notice the difference in level. Okay, this needs about a foot of dirt on it, and it'll be level, so don't judge that. And it's going down in a huge hole right here, but we got to cut this. Oh, don't, not right now. Not right now, no. Forgot what that sounded like since this morning. But anyway, we're gonna cut this right about here. So hang on a second, let me make a mark, and then we'll spit shine it so we can get dirt off of it. Where are you going? Come here. Oh, that looks pretty square. Whew. Hey, we don't have to spit shine it because it had a little residual in it. All right, so here's what I did, and I'm not displeased with it. We'll go right here, which gives us plenty of room to open and shut that gate. And Jeremiah, our fence guy, left us some posts. I don't know that my tractor will press them down, but we might be able to bug Jeremiah if we have a big enough fence project to come out here. I got quite the audience this morning. I'm okay with that. I tested to see if it leaks. It does not. I'm kind of pressed for time. We got a couple things we got to take care of here before we get this video out. I tested it. I'm good. What he wants me to do is drive a T-post on this side of the bucket so we know that when he drives that, like if we put, like there's my line, if we drive a post this side of that, give me a minute. Give me a minute, Belle. Give me a minute. I know you hear me. I know. Don't stop at me. But they heard these stinking rocks in the bucket. They think they're getting cake for the second time today. No. Yeah. Stinker. Anyway, if we put a T-post on this side of the red and this side of the red, we can backfill that. That way he knows he can drive a post right here. The gate will clear, and that'll keep cows from running right into our post right there. I've thought about putting it over here, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I don't have to fill this today. It's not going to freeze tonight. So let me know your thoughts if I need to move this over or what you guys think. Here's proof that it works. That took a little longer than I anticipated. I was like, so anyway, it's crazy. Then you can hear it running out the bottom. Technology, what are you gonna do? But tomorrow, Miss Bale, in case you didn't know, tomorrow, it's gonna be 40 degrees. Do you know what it is right now, Belle? Do you know what the temperature is right now? It's currently 73 degrees. Tomorrow, there's a high of 40. That's a 33 degree temperature swing. Then you know what's gonna be on Wednesday? Hang on, I'm gonna tell you. On Wednesday, it's gonna be 68. What is up with that? What is it? Belle, you doggone it. You're just ornery little cuss, you know it? All right, with that, me and Belle and the posse are, oh, ow! Belle may or may not be here tomorrow. See ya.